years old. Since their stud book was established in 1879, the purebred Friesians Again, since the stud book was established in 1879, the purebred Friesians was almost lost a couple of times due to extensive crossbreeding. Even today, a lot of care is taken not to lose the purebreds, too much inbreeding or too much outcrossing. Approved stallions go through a very rigorous process to be allowed to breed within the registry. In fact, only about 1 or 2 of 100 colts are approved. That's 1 or 2 out of 100 are approved as sires. The horses are relatively unknown before the movie Lady Hawk in 1985. Some have been brought to America before that. A couple of gentlemen imported Friesians in the 1970s. Since then, many people have imported or bred their own. Today, there are over 3,000 Friesians in North America. Tolliver Farms purchased their first Friesians in 1994 and today boasts 13 of them as well as 10 horses of other breeds. Tolliver's first Friesian was also the first Friesian in Kansas, although there are now several other people who own Friesians. There's only one other breed besides Tolliver Farm, or breeder besides Tolliver Farm in the state. Bringing an unusual breed of horse to this area was Larry and Patty's dream, and they succeeded in bringing the Parisian. 9 years ago, Larry and Patty brought 2 of their 3 Parisian fillies to the first Equifest. In other words, that would have been the second Equifest. I think they've been here every year since. Heidi S., months from her 4th birthday, and Latia, almost 3, were the first of their breed in the state. Larry and Patty wanted Equifest to have this unusual breed represented. But for the first day and half of the event, they found themselves hearing the same comment over and over, that I thought Parisians were bigger than this. And over they'd explain that yes, grown Parisians are bigger, but these 2 are just youngsters and nowhere near in full growth. And then on Saturday afternoon, the 4th Parisian came in, delivered from Indiana by a seller, who had also delivered a group of buffalo calves to Salina. Pauline at 10 and in full have been in the United States only a couple of months, imported directly from the Netherlands. Pauline had definitely reached her full growth. She towered over the 2 fillies by nearly 8 inches, or 2 hands. Her mane fell past her neck, her tail dragged the ground, and you couldn't see her feet for the thick feathers or her eyes of her forearm. For the rest of the weekend, visitors looked at her and exclaimed, "Wow, and no Friesians got this big." Well, today, at the 10th anniversary of Equifest, Pauline is back. Heidi's here too, but since she's reached her full growth, you can't see what contrast she and Pauline were. So instead, Larry and Patty brought a couple of young fillies to give you the same experience as the folks at the first Equifest. So here's Pauline, 19 this year, with her granddaughter Roselle, a 2-year-old, and L'Oreal, Heidi's daughter. L'Oreal's the same age as her mother was 9 years ago, and about the same size. Roselle is probably as tall as the other filly. So you see them out there in contrast. Well, since Heidi grew up, Larry and Patty gave her a job she enjoys almost as much as eating. Although she was trained for riding, Heidi much prefers being a driving horse. But she's been driven for several of the old-fashioned Christmas parades held in Lawrence, Kansas every year. In the month of December, sometimes with one of her children tied to her arms. She took part in the 2005 Sundown Parade at Wichita's Euifest, and you may have seen her and Larry following the old Cowtown Museum stagecoach. She's gone to Cowtown several times, and even learned to have a gun shot off with a cartridge behind her while going through a mounted shooting serpentine course. And believe it or not, she's expressed some interest in the stage gunfights held there at Cowtown. Although since we weren't fluent in horse, we don't know exactly what she said about it. Heidi's well known in Cowtown. More visitors know her name than either of her owners' names. Well, a repeat from last year is Katie Edison riding her gelding, Ashland. Katie decided to wear her medieval costume to remind you that these horses are ridden by German knights in the Middle Ages. In fact, the Parisians were quite popular, not just as war horses, but used to improve the local breeds. Parisians were used to help establish breeds such as the German Oliver, the Danish Fredericksburg, and the Eastern European breed, Roubaix. Katie not only rides Ashland on trail rides nearly every weekend, she also took herself and Ashland to Shawnee County's Mounted Posse training, and now part of the Sheriff's Mounted Posse. So if you hear about the Shawnee County Sheriff's Mounted Posse, look for the big black horse. It's